I'm California Assembly candidate Dick Lucas, and I'm proposing a wealth tax on California's government. Our government's budget dwarfs that of nearly every company on Earth. They spend far more every year than the entire net worth of any California billionaire. And unlike our great American businesses and owners of those businesses who we all willfully give our hard earned dollars to in exchange for a product or service we actually want, our government takes our money by threat of violence. If we don't buy a company's product, they don't send us to prison. But if we don't pay our taxes, our government will. That would all be excusable except for the fact that our government then proceeds to light our money on fire while we get nothing in return. $32 billion in fraudulent unemployment claims, $24 billion in unaccounted spending on homelessness, $130 billion for a high-speed rail project that will never be completed. If any company or any owners in those companies oversaw even a fraction of one of those boondoggles, they and every single person involved would be fired and sent to prison. But when our own government does it, it's just another day at the office. So excuse me if I would rather tax our government and return the money to our citizens instead of support a proposed wealth tax on billionaires brought forth by SEIU West, the child organization of public sector union cartel SEIU. I say cartel because that's what it is. These public sector unions, which represent government workers, are fully funded with taxpayer dollars. They then take those taxpayer dollars and pay our politicians off. They are the biggest source of campaign contributions in the state of California. They control our politics. Our government workers are the highest paid in the country by far, with the best pensions and best benefits. The people who are supposed to represent the taxpayers and negotiate the compensation of these government workers are the very people who are paid off by these government unions. That's why our politicians have rewarded them with the best pensions in the country that are draining our budget dry and have left the taxpayers with $265 billion in unfunded pension liabilities. That's why you get a high-speed rail project that will never get finished with an over $100 billion cost overrun still chugging along, because those are union jobs. The unions don't care about whether the projects they're working on will ever get finished. So long as they're getting taxpayer dollars, they're happy. The largest teachers union will actively fight policies that are shown to increase literacy in our children because they don't care about our kids. They only care about themselves. No conversation about raising taxes can happen in California until our government can prove to us that the money will not be thrown in a bonfire. We have the second highest taxes per capita in the country. And for all that money, we have the highest housing costs, highest homeless population, highest unemployment rate, highest poverty rate, highest gas costs, and second highest electricity costs in the country. We don't have a revenue problem. We have a spending problem. I'm Dick Lucas, and I'm running for office to tame the Leviathan that Sacramento has become. Get your hog ties ready, boys.